Would you believe that many cars on the road today are basically identical beneath their badges? It's true. Auto manufacturers have been rebranding the same vehicles with different names, logos, and slight tweaks, often charging more for one version over the other. This strategy, called badge engineering, is a common way to save on production costs while increasing profit margins. In this script, we'll uncover 10 surprising examples of vehicles that are secretly the same, so you can shop smarter and avoid paying extra for a logo. Number 1, 1969, Ford Mustang versus 1973, Toyota Celica Fastback. Let's begin with a classic comparison. The 1973 Toyota Celica Fastback was heavily inspired by the iconic 1969 Ford Mustang. Toyota wanted to appeal to American buyers who loved muscle cars, but preferred something smaller and more efficient. The Celica mimicked the Mustang's long hood, short rear deck, and sporty fastback roofline. Even the grille and taillights had a similar design. This visual similarity helped Toyota break into a market that was dominated by American muscle at the time. The performance was worlds apart. The Mustang offered powerful V8 engines, including a 428 Cobra jet with 335 horsepower. Meanwhile, the Celica was equipped with a modest 1.6-liter or 2.0-liter four-cylinder engine, producing under 100 horsepower. The Mustang was all about raw power. The Celica focused on handling and fuel efficiency. Toyota's strategy worked, and the Celica became a hit. It offered muscle car looks in a more affordable, nimble package. Number 2, Toyota 86 versus Subaru BRZ. These modern sports cars are practically twins. Toyota and Subaru collaborated to create a lightweight rear-wheel drive with a focus on balanced handling. Both the 86 and BRZ use Subaru's 2.4-liter flat-four boxer engine, delivering 228 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque. Whether you're a Toyota loyalist or a Subaru fan, you're essentially getting the same car. They share the same chassis, transmission options, and body design. The interior layout is also nearly identical, from the dashboard to the infotainment system. There are only subtle differences. The 86 has a firmer suspension for sportier driving, while the BRZ is tuned for a smoother ride. Pricing is similar too. Choosing between them really comes down to which badge you prefer. Number 3, Chevrolet Silverado versus GMC Sierra. When it comes to full-size trucks, the Chevy Silverado and GMC Sierra are built on the same GM platform. They share engines, transmissions, and much of the frame and structure. Engine choices range from a turbocharged 2.7-liter four-cylinder to a robust 6.2-liter V8 and even a 3.0-liter diesel. If you've driven one, you've practically driven the other. The main differences are cosmetic and trim-level features. GMC markets the Sierra as the upscale option, especially in Denali trims with luxury features like real wood, leather seats, and advanced tech. One feature exclusive to the Sierra is the Multi-Pro tailgate, which has 6 functions including a built-in step. The Silverado has a similar version, but it was added later. If you're not interested in fancy extras, the Silverado gives you the same muscle for less money. Number 4, Dodge Caravan versus Chrysler. Town and Country and Pacifica, Dodge and Chrysler have long shared platforms, and their minivans are no exception. The Dodge Caravan and Chrysler Town and Country were basically the same vehicle. Both used the 3.6-liter Pentastar 5.6 engine and a 6-speed automatic transmission. They had nearly identical dimensions and interior layouts, including the convenient stow-and-go seating. Buyers looking for budget or premium had clear options without sacrificing utility. The Town and Country was the premium version, offering leather seats, more tech, and luxury trim. In 2017, Chrysler introduced the Pacifica as the Town and Country's replacement. It featured a 9-speed transmission, hybrid option, and smoother ride. Dodge continued selling a budget version under the Grand Caravan name until 2020. Even today, the Chrysler Voyager is essentially a stripped-down Pacifica. It's all about packaging the same functionality to different customers. Number 5, Ford Escape versus Mazda Tribute. Back in the early 2000s, Ford and Mazda worked together on a compact SUV platform. The result? The Ford Escape and Mazda Tribute, two nearly identical vehicles. They debuted in 2001 and shared engines, chassis, and drivetrain options. You could choose between a 2.0-liter four-cylinder, a 3.0-liter V6, or a hybrid variant later on. The collaboration offered buyers the same SUV with two styling flavors. Though the Tribute had slightly sportier tuning and a Mazda-style dashboard, the similarities were hard to miss. Both were even manufactured at the same plant in Kansas City. Mazda eventually replaced the Tribute with the CX-7 and CX-5, while the Escape continued evolving within Ford's lineup. Many drivers never noticed they were driving a Mazda with Ford DNA, or vice versa. Number 6. Nissan Frontier versus Mercedes-Benz. X-Class Mercedes-Benz surprised many when it entered the pickup market with the X-Class. It wasn't an original Mercedes design. It was based on the Nissan Navara, sharing the same frame, suspension, and engines. While Mercedes added premium features like LED lights, a nicer interior, and optional leather seats, much of the truck remained similar to the Navara. The standard engine was a 2.3-liter Nissan diesel, with an optional Mercedes 3.0-liter V6. Despite the luxury brand, the X-Class didn't meet expectations. Buyers saw through the badge engineering, and the model was discontinued after just 3 years due to poor sales and limited appeal. Number 7. Volkswagen Touareg versus Porsche Cayenne. The Porsche Cayenne and Volkswagen Touareg are luxury SUVs built on the same platform by the Volkswagen Group. Both originally shared engines like the 3.2-liter V6, 4.2-liter V8, and a powerful 5.0-liter V10 TDI diesel. Later models added turbocharged V6 and V8 options. While the Cayenne focused on sporty performance with tighter steering and suspension, the Touareg leaned toward comfort and off-road features, offering air suspension and a locking center differential. Inside, they shared many parts, including infotainment systems and displays. Though the Cayenne was more expensive, the Touareg offered similar features and capabilities at a better value for smart buyers. Number 8. Honda Passport versus Isuzu Rodeo. In the 1990s, Honda didn't have a US market SUV, so it partnered with Isuzu. The result was the Honda Passport, which was actually a rebadged Isuzu Rodeo. They shared engines, transmissions, and even the chassis. This partnership allowed Honda to quickly enter the growing SUV segment without starting from scratch. Power options included a 2.6-liter four-cylinder and a 3.2-liter V6. A 5-speed manual and 4-speed automatic were available. Honda didn't manufacture the Passport. Isuzu built both SUVs in Indiana. Aside from minor styling tweaks, like different grills and taillights, the two were virtually identical. Honda later replaced the Passport with the Pilot, which was built in-house. But for years, the Passport was simply an Isuzu in disguise. Number 9. Audi RS Q8 versus Lamborghini Urus. The Lamborghini Urus and Audi RS Q8 may look different, but under the skin, they're nearly twins. Built on the same Volkswagen Group platform, both share a 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 and 8-speed automatic transmission. The RS Q8 makes 591 horsepower, while the Urus pushes 641 horsepower thanks to tuning. Both sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 3.5 seconds, with the RS Q8 even holding the Nürburgring SUV lap record. Interiors share infotainment systems and controls. The real difference, branding and styling. If you want Lamborghini performance without the price tag, the RS Q8 is the smart, stealthy alternative. Number 10. Toyota Camry versus Honda Accord. Finally, we have two of the most reliable sedans on the market, the Toyota Camry and Honda Accord. While they aren't badge-engineered versions of each other, they share more similarities than differences. Both offer a 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine, produce around 190 to 203 horsepower, and come with hybrid options that exceed 40 miles per gallon. These two have defined the midsize segment for decades. Dimensions, features, and interior layouts are comparable. In fact, many of their key parts come from the same suppliers, including transmissions and infotainment systems. The Accord used to have a V6 engine, but now Both brands rely on turbocharged 4 cylinders. The biggest distinction is in the driving experience. The Accord offers sportier handling, while the Camry focuses on comfort. But in terms of value and reliability, they're neck and neck. Badge engineering is more common than most realize. Automakers save costs by reusing platforms, engines, and even whole vehicles, selling them under different brands to appeal to various buyers. You pay more for essentially the same car with a different logo or minor upgrades. Knowing these hidden connections helps you shop smarter. Recognizing familiar shapes or specs means you might be choosing the same car for less. Choose wisely and avoid overpaying for a badge.